How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today I'm going to be taking on the current boss rush stage with this hero fusion dance team that is going to consist of that 100% Gogeta that you probably saw. My current Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is at Super Attack 1 with just one orb invested in him, but as soon as I get into Super Attack 10, definitely going to invest a few more orbs. And trying to find a good Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta friend at the very least. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always. And if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Now, I'm surprisingly not seeing too many friends here. So I may actually have to go ahead and refresh Super Attack 8, Super Attack 10. Even if it's just Super Attack 10 with no ability system buffs, yeah, you know what? 3 ability system buffs. And I'm actually going to quickly go ahead and get rid of the Yema and get started. So this is the team, and pretty much almost every single unit here, apart from Vegito, because he's support, SDL Gotenks, Physical Gotenks, and my own Gogeta is at Super Attack 10. So I have 2 units at Super Attack 10, 3 if you include a friend. But my 100% Gogeta should make up for the fact that I don't have too many units at Super Attack 10. And one of the main reasons why I actually managed to get the Physical Gotenks to Super Attack 10 is because I pulled so many tech bonds that I legit just raged and got him to Super Attack 10. It's not like it's a bad thing by any means, but normally I would have, you know, opened his deep pass, but then I thought about it in the long run. Am I realistically going to be using him consistently? And I thought, well, probably not, especially when you consider that I'm going to use the physical one a lot more, especially on this team in particular. And I don't really use physical that much, so... Not physical. I don't really use monotech that much, so I didn't really see the point in, you know, getting a Super Attack to 10. But I'm going to go ahead and get started by sealing off his Super Attack. Going to get the 11 key Super Attack to go off as well. And that's actually another unit that I haven't invested too many orbs in. The Physical Gotenks, I currently have him at... what do I have him at? Super Attack 10, of course. He doesn't have too many abilities. I actually think he only has one ability invested into him, like my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and one of the reasons why. Again, I kind of rage summon him, so I just couldn't really be bothered to invest too much into him. But as soon as I manage to get a few physical orbs, which I should actually be able to get tomorrow, because they are most likely going to bring back the physical type mana, so that I can, at the very least, okay, at the very least, I can get the, what do you call it, I can get the orbs from that particular banner, and of course you can only do one multi-summon on that. So I'm going to get the orbs at the very least, and if I actually get the Gohan or the Buu, I will be happy with that, because I have both leads for those particular teams. So, like, doesn't matter what I pull in the end, because I'm guaranteed to get the orbs, which is the main thing that I'm aiming for. But now, the question is Gogeta going to take him out here? And he does. This man just hits way too hard. And I kind of got rid of the wrong Gogeta, but I'm going to try to get those two to come back round. And realistically, the best rotations are going to be Gogeta, Gotenks, and then Gogeta. Now, this is where we may encounter a few problems. Alright, so, I was about to say I'm going to see with Super Attack. That didn't happen, did it? I'm actually going to Usher. I'm going to make sure... I'm so pissed that I didn't seal. I legit thought I had a seal there. I just wasn't paying attention, clearly. And I will, honestly, as soon as I can, as soon as I get those orbs, I will get his crit level to level 15 at the very least. I'm not too bothered about the stat buffs. Of course, they do make a bit of a difference. Okay, they make a massive difference. But I'd rather have the, well, I'd rather prioritize the stat buffs, basically. And here's the thing. Do I risk getting... You know what? I'm not going to risk getting... Like, even if I do get Super Attack, Gogeta does have a high chance to counter that. But if he doesn't counter, I could potentially die, and he doesn't even get a defensive boost without Super Attacking. So, I think I'm going to play it safe. And I didn't get Super Attack there, thankfully. You know what? I actually want to get the other Gogeta and, well, the Super Saiyan 4 and my Super Gogeta together, because these two in the same exact rotation is just deadly. Yeah. Yeah, this man just got an additional. Additionals are just way too good on him. Like, every single attack is going to hit for that much. Like, that right there was 2.4 million damage. Can you imagine if I had the other Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in this particular rotation? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make that happen. And I'm actually going to see how long this is going to take me to beat. Because if I can set some sort of record... Oh, here we go. Probably not, because some of my units aren't at Super Attack 10 and such, but I think I have a decent chance, kind of, and I just realised that I kind of messed up here by not putting Gogeta in the last slot, but I kind of want to take the stage out without wasting too much time, and of course we do have a type disadvantage with the Gotenks, which hopefully isn't going to matter too much. So yeah, that defensive boost does make a massive difference, and the thing is, because that boost that he gets only lasts one turn, additionals could, like, you could potentially give Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta a higher additional level, just so that when it does go off, it's essentially a double buff, but again, it just depends on what you personally prefer. I would rather have a higher chance to get the crit. Some people do prefer going for a higher additional level, maybe like, I believe it's 17 additional and then level 9 crit, something like that. Still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but of course it is a lower chance to get the crit to go off, which I suppose isn't too bad. And honestly, it doesn't really matter too much unless you are racing, but that's just what I personally prefer. And I'm hoping I get super attacks here, just so I can get a bit more damage in. It's just the one that is at super attack 10, and we are going to counter. There we go. There we go. Got that counter in, which is nice. I don't think that was a crit, which isn't like the worst thing, but I'm hoping that we can at least take the stage out. So we are pretty much one-shotting every single stage for the most. Okay, maybe not this one. It depends on how much damage Gotenks can do here. And he doesn't have any additionals or anything, so that additional attack is out of the question, but I believe STR Gotenks has enough firepower to take him out. Just about. Okay, there we go, 168k. So now we are moving on to the Agility Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta stage, and honestly, I think it's going to be kind of hard for us to take us out, just because the Gogeta, for one, isn't at Super Attack 10, but okay, and he isn't even going to counter that, so we are going to take this damage head on, but we are going to be pretty close to taking him out, which is what matters, of course. If Gogeta gets a double super attack, maybe, and if one of them is a crit, that may be a possibility. If that happens, then we may be able to take him out, but if we don't get that, I don't see it happening. But here we go. Is it going to happen? That's the first one, no crit, and we don't get the additional. Well, at least we're going to take next to no damage because of the debuff. Well, to be fair, the Gogeta is at 100%, so it's expected for him to take next to no damage. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put this man in the last slot, just so he comes back round with my other Gogeta. And I'm really hoping I don't get a Dokkan mode here, because he is essentially dead. Please don't be a Dokkan mode. Okay, so that would have been a Dokkan mode with Vegeta, and that would have been very bad. And to be fair, it doesn't exactly matter. Wait, are we taking on... I think we are taking on Cooler next. So we're going to get a Dokkan mode during the first stage, which is actually pretty good because of the multiple enemies. But then again, we most likely would have taken all of them out with just my first rotation, but I suppose it does help. And we are going to get a decent amount of health back. Well, not like it matters anyway, because we are almost at full health. Right, so we have the other Gogeta, which I'm going to eventually... Actually, now that I think about it... Is that a good thing to go with? You know what? It doesn't even matter. Because I was thinking, if I have my two strongest units in one rotation, in the next rotation, I won't exactly have too much firepower. But I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. But Gogeta, of course, is going to take all of them out here, thanks to the Dokkan mode. And I kind of wish that they would just revamp the Dokkan mode system. Just, like, it's so rare for you to get it, unless you are actually taking on the boss rush event, of course. And it could definitely have... Like, it has way more potential than its current use, which is kind of annoying. And there are definitely a few things that they can work on, and I'm hoping that they are currently working on those things. But you can never know with Bandai. And... Wow. 5 million normal attack. Okay, that was actually insane. I did not expect that to happen. Oh dear. I mean, I suppose... You know what? I'll aim for him. I kind of wish I gave my Gotenks additionals now. So, one of them's dying for sure. But it's kind of annoying that... Wait, did I aim for him both times? I did. Okay, well, he's definitely dead. I will aim for Cooler next time round. Oh, could have... That's actually kind of frustrating. If I had another hard hitter, that would have made a massive difference, of course. But yeah, he's definitely dead. No chance of surviving. And Vegito just doing what he can. And Vegito does get a boost, of course, because he is a tech type. Now the question is, you know what? There is no need for me to put Gogeta in the middle. I will just go with this. And he should one-shot him. Because this man should be capable of pretty much one-shotting everything. Here we go. And keep in mind that there is one attack link that isn't even active. And the majority of the time on this particular team, it's not going to be active. On Mono Int, it is active like way more frequently. But the problem with Mono Int is that you don't get as much of an increase as you do on this particular team. So we are going to see with Super Attack, and I don't know if Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is going to be able to take him out. I think it's going to be pretty close. I mean, I suppose we can tell from... Yeah, it will definitely be close, because that Gotenks did hit pretty damn hard himself. If he got a crit, maybe, but again, he can't get any crits. And I don't even know if a crit would have been enough there. An additional... It's likely, but again, it doesn't really matter. That's just a hypothetical scenario. And Gogeta should be able to take him out here. And I believe we've been going for around 13 minutes. Okay, maybe a bit less. But we're making good time, basically. We have to take out 2 more events after this. And I have to take on Kid Buu, which is an event that I absolutely despise. So hopefully I can make it to that point without just getting wrecked. And got the crit when it didn't really matter. That tends to happen a lot, doesn't it? Right, and this is where things are going to get interesting. So I kind of want to seal with Super Attack. But at the same time... I mean, I will end up sealing the Super Attack. I may as well use the Icarus. I don't really feel like dying at this point. Even before I get the counter. And he didn't even Super Attack me. So he is most likely... going to Super Attack Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. If he doesn't, I am very lucky, and physical Gotenks is going to end up sealing him anyway, so it's not too bad, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's a Super Attack, that's expected, right? Probably going to take like 100k from this, or 66k. I completely forgot how much of an increase you actually get from this particular lead. That 150% is insane, so in total... it is a 300% attack boost. Well, 300% stat boost, I should say. And I'm going to put him there. Going to put him there. And I just realised why I took less damage. It's because I used the Icarus. I swear, I always forget about, like, the simplest things. Yeah, I used an Icarus, hence why I took less damage from that super attack. I don't know how I forgot, like, straight away, but anyway. That's pretty much it. Now, can you imagine if you had 2 Super Gogetas on the exact same team, like one every rotation? I actually need to try this man out on Mono Int, because having 1 Gogeta every single turn, and I actually believe I have a 100% Gogeta friend, so that may be something to look forward to. But we're making good time. I did waste a bit of time in some of the earlier stages, but for now... it's going pretty smoothly, I'd say. And I'm surprised he didn't super attack me there. Okay. He should be dead here. Maybe not. I think Gotenks is going to take him out. It depends how hard it hits, of course. Yeah. He does have a bit of a barrier there. Of course, if he was at super attack 10, he probably would have died. But, okay, there we go. So Gotenks coming in clutch. And don't get me wrong, Gotenks is a fun card to use. It's just a shame that it's Gotenks. I was kind of expecting something else. So it was a bit of a letdown, but of course I still summoned for him and managed to pull a ton after, which kind of triggered me because of how hard I went to actually pull him. Am I dead? And this is Alex in his natural habitat making stupid mistakes because I could potentially die here, but then, yeah, never mind. But yeah, I tend to make quite a few mistakes, as you can clearly tell. I mean, technically... it could have been a potential mistake. It ended well for me. And I am definitely going to heal up here because this man is super hard. I may be able to take him out. It just depends on how hard these guys hit. And if the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets a counter in, that's definitely going to help out a bunch. Right, how hard is this going to hit? Yeah, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Alright, what can this man do? Super attack 1. Doing what he can. And 380k. No super attack. Well, at least we have a type advantage here, so it's not too bad. And it kind of sucks that I'm going to have to... Well, I'm not exactly sacrificing the rotation, but I'm going to have to use this turn up, which is a turn that I would have liked to have, like, straight away against the next stage. Yeah, I don't see him surviving this one, to be honest. That 1.5 million attack stat. And there he goes. But, like, despite having such a high attack stat, he literally did, like, half the damage. These guys have, like, super high defensive stats. Or just super high defense in general. And this guy actually doesn't super attack too frequently. He does super attack eventually, but I don't believe I am going to get super attacks here. So I'm going to seal him at the end of this turn here. I'm going to get that super attack in, and hopefully this defensive boost will actually allow me to survive a bit longer. Just watch me die against Kid Buu. I swear, I'm just legit destined to die against Kid Buu. I hate that stage. So we are taking significantly less damage. We have Gotenks as well. I just love how they added that small part to the end of a super attack animation. Well, not this one in particular. There is the 11 key is the one I'm talking about. They did change his 12 key, of course. But I just love how they added him firing a key blast to his 11 key super attack. I'm going to put him here. And because he's sealed, there's no point in me putting him where Gogeta is, or Super Gogeta is, because this is bad. I'm going to get the debuff in anyway, right? So it's fine. Yeah, there's no point in me putting him where Super Gogeta is, because he isn't going to counter anyway, because there's going to be no super attack here. And the reason why I didn't use a healing item is because Gogeta is going to debuff anyway, so it should be fine. And if we get lucky with a crit or a double super attack, it's going to be even better for us. And never mind. This man literally just goes to town and everything. And one of the reasons why he does hit significantly harder is because of that effectiveness against all types. That effectiveness against all types makes a massive difference. It actually adds a ton of damage to his attack. And super attack with Gotenks. Am I going to... I don't want to use a healing item because I'm legit about to heal up here. You know what? What's life without a little risk, right? We have the boost from Vegito. We have the boost from that double leader skill. We'll be fine. I told you. We're fine. Just about. I think I may have died here if the boost from Vegito wasn't active. So, it was lucky that it was active. Right, so he should take him out here. We should get a decent amount of health back. And I can't wait to move on to that physical Kid Buu stage. Just watch me get super attack 3 times in that first slot. Like, a repeat of last time, basically. If you've seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. But how much health did we get back here? A reasonable amount. But why are all of this man's attacks, like, in the first slot? Okay, Gogeta with that super high defensive stat, so I'm not complaining. Low-key, I don't want him to die. Just so that I can have this rotation once I move on to the physical stage. Oh my god, I just thought about this. The amount of counters that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could potentially get in. But I think he's dead. Like, can anyone survive the onslaught? He is so overpowered. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? Okay. I'll use a healing item. Because I believe in the squad, okay? I believe that he is going to counter at least, at the very least, he's going to counter one super attack. Okay, so off to a bad start. He just wouldn't counter it. I mean, at least we have a type advantage at the end. Counter this one at the very least, please. Okay, so countering that one. Thank you. Countered one of the 2. There we go. Not going to hit crazy hard, but every little helps. And he could actually die here. I did not expect that to happen. Okay. Maybe Gotenks. Well, there's 2 Gotenkses. Yeah, there we go. So, that wasn't too bad. The counter's coming in clutch there. Now, this is where I died several times. I almost messed up there. Oh dear. Here's the thing. I'm going to debuff. I'm an idiot. I'm legit an idiot. Like, why do I even do these things? 1.8 mil. And he's going to hit for that much. So, double super attack. Of course not. But the debuff is, you know, actually coming in clutch. And the fact that his defensive stat is so high also helps as well. Gogeta, is he gonna get a crit? He's got one crit before, and no super attack? It's very likely that I'm actually not gonna get super attacks here. Thank you, game. For once, okay, never mind. I was about to say for once I don't get shafted by this event, but there we go. We get super attack. This is actually a what if. Vegito versus Kid Buu probably would have ended the exact same way as Buhan versus Buhan versus Vegito. Let's see. I don't like how low his defensive stat is. Oh, if I die now, it's completely my fault. But we should be fine. Yeah, we're not taking that much damage. We get 9 super attack, which is really powerful. And finally! I absolutely despise that Kid Buu stage, but that definitely was a lot of fun. My INT Gogeta just going to town on this boss rush. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video as always, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you think about this team in particular. Personally, I'm having a lot of fun running it, and I'm blessed enough to actually have a 100% Gogeta. And hopefully in the future, I will be able to get my Super Saiyan 4 to Super Attack 10, and of course, give him several orb investments. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day as always, and I will see you all in the next one.